Being self-employed can be a challenge. There are many obstacles to overcome, like managing operations, paying taxes, and dealing with the uncertainty of the future.
So I've been self-employed for over 10 years now, and in my experience, the NIS has been a lifesaver. When I was injured on the job, the employment injury benefit provided me with a steady income until I could get back on my feet. I was worried about how I was going to pay my bills and look after my family. But then I remembered I'm registered with NIS. I applied for the employment injury benefit and I was approved. I'm now back to work doing what I love, and I'm able to take control of my finances.
NIS provides benefits to self-employed persons in Grenada. And now we have a new approach to make it easier for you to contribute. Now self-employed persons can contribute as little as $660 or as much as $6,600 each year. Choose to pay monthly or in lump sums annually. Enjoy the advantage of no penalties and surcharges. And make self-employed payments even when employed elsewhere.
I'm glad that the NIS has made contributing easier for self-employed people. It is a valuable safety net for when the unexpected happens. Contributing to NIS has given me the peace of mind and security I need to run my business and take care of my loved ones. If you're a self-employed person in Grenada, I encourage you to do the same.
To learn more about self-employment contributions, please visit www.nisgrenada.org or call our information hotline at 440-6647.
CaribJet, the most experienced travel agency company in Grenada, serving our clients and businesses for over 40 years. IATA accredited, we issue tickets on 280 airlines, representatives for Condor, the German airlines, and main agents for Virgin, KLM and Air France. We're specialists to the Middle East. Walk in to our ticket office at Maurice Bishop Highway, call 439-4444, WhatsApp 534-7755 or visit caribjet.com.
Hello and welcome to the MTV Evening News for Monday, the 9th of October. The news headlines in association with Courts Grenada Limited.
We've got 101 reasons for you to shop at Courts now. Get up to 35% off selected items store-wide. Save on select lounge sets, fridges, stoves, washers, mattresses, smart TVs, and more. Get what you want today with no cash and make your first payment in 90 days. Plus, stay protected for up to 4 years with Super Shield extended warranty. So there's 101 reasons to shop at Courts. Courts, bringing value home. Promotion runs from September 25 to October 23, 2023. Conditions apply.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
And coming up in the news this evening, police officer on administrative leave pending the outcome of investigations into a viral video. New law official denies claims of same-sex education at the institution. St. Andrew Anglican Primary School receives additional security measures. And in sport, local netballers return with victory smiles from ECCB's International Netball Series. We'll have details to those and other stories coming up for you. A look too at the public forecast information, all when we return after the break. Stay with us.
The first segment of the MTV Evening News comes to your compliments Nexa Credit Union. With you wherever your road leads.
When you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me, yes, I can. Whenever you're in need, yes, you can. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever your road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever your road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next side, next side, next side, right next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Good evening, I'm Tony Julian with the details. The officer at the center of claims of police brutality has been sent on administrative leave while investigations continue into the circumstances of a video in which he is seen beating an unarmed civilian. Meanwhile, a criminal attorney believes police officers should be required to wear body cameras. We get the details in this report.
Attorney Anselm Clouden believes mandating police officers to wear body cameras while on duty will cause officers to pause before using excessive force. His comments follow public outcry over a viral video showing a young man being beaten by an out-of-uniform police officer while being held by two other men. The young man is seen lying on the ground half naked, handcuffed, with his feet tied.
What has happened recently with these policemen tying the feet and hands of a suspect and beating him mercilessly? I don't think, and see, I had advocated years ago that policemen should be equipped with cameras. Interrogating rooms should be equipped with cameras, because a lot of suspects are being beaten into confession, and it is an uphill battle to get that confession statement thrown out of court.
Last Wednesday, police issued a release stating that they are aware of a video in circulation which depicts a member of the public being beaten by a police officer and that the matter is under investigation. 1 week later, in an updated release, the RGPF announced that the officer who was seen in the video has been sent on administrative leave pending the outcome of the investigation. Clouden says it is evident that the officer used excessive force and believes he should be charged.
There is an investigation going on to determine what, I don't know. It's plain for everyone to see the level of brutality that was meted out. These pictures don't lie. And therefore, I expect these men to have long been arrested and charged with grievous harm or some such offense, wounding, and suspended from the police force until trial, suspended on half pay. This is so disgraceful, and you know, at the hands of your own. You know, you come to your own and your own receive you not. There's no need for that level of brutality.
The name of the police officer involved in the incident has not been released to the media. However, the statement from the RGPF promised that an update will be given in a timely manner as to the outcome of the investigation and actions to be taken. For MTV News, I am Lichelle Murray.
What some students and parents labeled as the introduction of same-sex education at the New Life organization are simply guided discussions. That's according to Catholic Bishop of the Diocese in Grenada, Clyde Harvey.
Nobody that I know of encourages people to be gay, right? It's not that at all. This is the reality, but look at it. What the article says in the beginning gives a very false impression. It's an assignment, yes, but it's an assignment that you have a discussion on in the class, and the whole class is involved.
That was Catholic Bishop Clyde Harvey denying claims that same-sex education is being taught at the New Life organization, NULO. His comments follow a recently published article in a local newspaper with the subtitle Same-Sex Education at NULO, citing that students at the institution are deeply upset and disturbed, and their parents are breathing fire over an assignment that the students have been given and instructed that it is mandatory to complete. According to the article, students were given a 12.5-minute long video that was introduced by a Queen Pride parade in Delhi and labeled Envisioning Global LGBT Human Rights. While Bishop Harvey admits that the LGBT lifestyle was discussed with students at NULO, it is still unclear whether students were given any such assignment. He says the vocational institution, which falls under the leadership of the Catholic Church, has not included same-sex education in its teachings. Bishop Harvey reiterates that what is being discussed at NULO is nothing new, and it is a reflection of life.
You know, that expression, same-sex education, is really quite misleading. Because what do you mean by same-sex education? A same-sex marriage, same-sex use in the context of marriage is not the same, at least I don't think it is, as when you're talking about same-sex education. What in fact the article is saying is that young people between 17 and 26 are discussing homosexuality in the context of their education. And I think we're not teaching homosexuality to children. We're not teaching children how to have some homosexual acts. We're talking to adults so that they can reflect on what exactly is this reality.
Guided discussions or the introduction of same-sex education at the island's main vocational institution. The conversation continues.
We're talking about a program that presumes a certain age and a certain level of maturity, and in that they have guided discussions. And I was very happy to look at the program again, which has been going on since 1998. So whoever put this out as something that's new is somebody who doesn't know what they're talking about.
Amidst growing concerns about cyberbullying and online security, parents and guardians alike are being warned to be proactive regarding their children's safety. The advice to monitor children's online activities is fundamental as child protection and awareness take center stage in the month of October, as we hear in this report from Troy Gill.
As a Child Month celebration continues, official attached to the cybersecurity incident response team, Jarvis Dabrio, stressed the critical need for robust online safety measures for children. In a recent interview with MTV News, Dabrio said there can be grave implications if children's online activities are left unhinged, given what transpired several months ago.
July and into August, those 2 months, but more so July, when we had the most reports coming into the national CSIRT of bullying, right? Different groups being formed, specifically targeting all children, whether at the upper primary school, the secondary school, or even the college level. Lots of really nasty things were said and shared and posted and so forth. And again, it is because the children were home on vacation. right? I think some of them may have been left to their own devices, what have you, and some of them not being as responsible as they should got themselves tied up in that.
Dabrio emphasized that with the ever-growing presence of digital platforms in children's lives, proactive monitoring of their online activities is paramount to ensure their protection from cyber threats.
The advice to parents is to know where your children are online, know what they're doing online. So you as a parent should know that, hey, my child, my son, my daughter, my wife is on TikTok. Understand that all children have a right to privacy, but it is our responsibility to protect them. And that responsibility trumps us being friends with them and their right to privacy because they are minors. So while it would not be the nicest of things for you to be always up in their posts and so forth, but you need to know where they are so you can offer some level of protection as well.
There are some online activities that may appear harmless, Dabrio says, but should not be taken for granted.
Over the last 2 years, we have seen instances where all children were targeted by bad actors. Some of the online games, you had bad actors who came in there pretending to be children, who requested whether it's password, other account details, and in some instances, parents found themselves losing money because of that. So, you know, don't think that just because the child is playing some little game and that they do not pose a threat.
Parents should respect children's privacy, Dabrio advises. However, there are tools that can be utilized to keep track of their online activities and set limitations. Parents are advised to guide children in creating strong passwords, privacy controls on social media, and limiting access to personal information. For MTV News, Troy Gill.
That's the first segment of the Evening News Monday here on MTV. We'll be back with more after the break.
The first segment of the MTV Evening News came to you in association with Nexa Credit Union. With you wherever your road leads.
For when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me, yes, I can. Whenever you're in need, yes, you can. Just call on me and I'll be on my way.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
For a limited time, the NLA has dropped all of the 2X balls from the multi-X draw. This means that you, our valuable players, have greater chances of multiplying your winnings up to 5 times more in our 2X drop promotion. Yay! And that's not all. As an additional bonus, there will be fewer free play or FP balls to draw from too. Now you have more reasons to add multi-X to your playway bets. So, value your dreams, win your way, and multiply your winnings up to 5 times more in the NLA's 2X Dropped promotion. Promo runs until Friday, 20th October, 2023. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
education today with an Accel Back to School loan. Visit today or call us on 435-8222.
Ring, 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 back to school loan thing. Accel Finance help you joy your learning.
Your new Grenlec bill is even easier to read and still has all the valuable information you need to track and manage your usage.
Hey Mom, okay, your friendly tech support is here. So you got the new Grenlec bill? Let's take a look. The new bill makes it even easier to see your bill total, the due date, and much more. And take a closer look. It actually is a lot easier to understand. Let me show you. You can still see exactly what the charges are for, but in a great new format, it even shows how the cost of generating and delivering the electricity to you is calculated using your actual usage. And Mom, let Lucy know she can check out Grenlec's new Understanding Your Bill video. Anyway, look who says hi, and see you soon.
Your new Grenlec bill, easier to understand and easier to track your usage. Introducing the NIS Dream Loan, where possibilities are boundless and your aspirations are our priority. No matter where life takes you, NIS Dream Loans are here to make your dreams a reality. From purchasing your first plot of land or dream property, to renovating spaces, building your home, and seamlessly switching mortgages, we cater to every step of your journey. And here's what sets us apart. We offer easy financing options with competitive interest rates, quick approval processes, and flexible repayment terms. So why wait? Apply now and let our dedicated NIS team guide you through this exciting journey. Visit nisgrenada.org/dreamloan or call 440-3309 to book an appointment. Terms and conditions apply. Your dream awaits.
Ladies and gentlemen, the grand opening of the 13th edition of the Waikiki Super Knockout is on. Saturday, 14th October at the National Stadium from 7 p.m. Two big opening games. At 7 p.m, Game 1, Happy Hill Bowlers versus Sub Spartans SC. Game 2, Paradise SC Youth versus Hurricane SC Youth. Then, after the games, we head stateside for the young and upcoming trending Jamaican dancehall artist, Stark Ashley. Alongside the dancehall superstar, Idonia.
We have a party tonight, you just watch. Tonight we feel like spend some cash.
Idonia.
Back on the street, back on the street.
Idonia is coming.
Everybody shout, yeah, 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 yeah.
Also featuring the Octane Band, Young Bert and Tantras. Admission $50. Main stand, bleachers and secondary stand $40. The 13th edition of the Waikiki Super Knockout is on. Don't miss a game.
The second segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
Request, repay, repeat with Ariza's FlexiCredit Evergreen Loan Facility. Qualify for a FlexiCredit with limits up to $25,000 or use your home equity to qualify for more. Extra cash at your fingertips whenever you need it. Accessed using your debit card and managed using AMI, Ariza's mobile internet experience app. FlexiCredit allows you the flexibility to top up to your approved limit any day, anytime. Already a member? Send us a WhatsApp on 423-4987. New members join today to apply. Request, repay, repeat. Use your FlexiCredit for vacations, shopping, wedding, general expenses, and more. Ariza loan terms and conditions apply. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
Welcome back. The Grenada Postal Corporation marked World Postal Day by launching 3 new services: delivery, flash courier, and depot service. World Postal Day is celebrated under the theme Collaborating for a Safe and Connected Future, as we now hear in this report.
The Grenada Postal Corporation offers a variety of business services, including bulk and direct mail, and personal services such as visa application online and hold mail. These services allow easy transport of products and services between businesses or persons, both locally and abroad. Monday's Postal Expo saw the launch of 3 new services.
We have been quite busy at the Grenada Postal Corporation working to accomplish viability and sustainability. During these times, I have had the privilege and pleasure of working with staff members on 2 committees. These committees were tasked with bringing on stream new services, namely the Now Delivery Service, the Flash Courier Service, and a depot service. Today, these services are launched and are a reality because of our staff members. Our Now Delivery Service will provide you, the Grenadian public, with an economical way to move packages around Grenada and Carriacou. You may be asking about, quietly in your mind, about Petite Martinique. Well, not just yet, perhaps by next year, please the Lord. We are working on it. The good news is that the rate for this service is based on the size of the bag and not weight or distance, and that's really good news.
That was Deputy Director of Posts, Abisha Toussaint Maximi. World Post Day is the day set aside by the Universal Postal Union, the United Nations agency responsible for postal matters, to celebrate the work of the Universal Postal Union, postal workers, and postal entities around the world. Randall Robinson, Director of Posts, and Adrian Francis, Chairman of the Board of Directors, shared some interesting remarks about the work of the GPC.
Post must transform itself because the Post is set up to ensure that people can communicate with each other. That's what the Post is set up for. Nowadays, it may not be words anymore, but certainly when you shop online, you need to get your stuff, not so? So the Post must transition to become the carrier of goods between people and people, businesses and people. And the Post is, by virtue of the fact that it has developed a network over how many 100 years, knows practically where everybody lives.
I want to emphasize this thing. We have something called now, we previously call it EPMO, right? Yes. And now it's now flash cash, not flash cash, I say flash cash. So most of you in Carriacou people here, welcome Carriacou. They are here. So instead of going and line up in the office for a whole hour to send some cash down for a child who needs to pay the CXC by the end of October, you can go into the post office and in 5 minutes the child have the money here.
To conclude the ceremony, Venerable Michael Marshall led in the blessing of a new service vehicle, and Marketing, Communications and Customer Relations Manager Janelle Bowen expressed gratitude to members of the Postal Corporation. Reporting for MTV News, I am Akila Aberdeen.
President of the Grenada Union of Teachers, or GUT, Jude Bartholomew, applauds government's proactive stance in bolstering security measures, including infrastructure upgrades for the recently vandalized and theft-stricken Grenville Anglican Primary School. Speaking on MTV News on Monday, Bartholomew said teachers and students were traumatized following a spate of break-ins, including theft at that school. However, despite several delays, the Ministry of Education worked expeditiously to solve the matter.
So now at the school presently, they have 4 security officers. They have 2 at daytime during the school hours, and then they also have 2 security guards at night, and which is very, very good. So I just want to express again and to put on record from the Grenada Union of Teachers, most times, yes, we complain and we express our disgruntledness and everything like that. So because of the situation, but today is a happy occasion in the sense that the teachers, they are settling back down, the students, because they feel protected.
They're also reinforcing the principal's office and adjacent classrooms, which were targeted during the break-ins, with burglar-proof measures to protect the school's property.
In addition to security guards, what they are doing is using basically the gates and such protective measures to ensure that they put the various bars for the kitchen or whatever areas to protect, so we have, persons not being able to come in to vandalize, and they are working on that. They are also doing some work in the principal's office, that space that was there where persons, intruders could have left from one classroom to climb over to the office where they stole the computers and everything, that they do various measurements on the Ministry of Education against work and all the other persons involved to see how they can remedy this situation and to really and truly make the teachers and principal and other persons that the students have.
The union leader further indicated that surveillance cameras have been installed at the various locations around the building. That's the second segment of the news, Monday the 9th of October. We'll be back with you after the break. The second segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
Request, repay, repeat with Ariza's FlexiCredit Evergreen Loan Facility. Qualify for a FlexiCredit with limits up to $25,000 or use your home equity to qualify for more. Extra cash at your fingertips whenever you need it, accessed using your debit card and managed using AMI, Ariza's mobile internet experience app. FlexiCredit allows you the flexibility to top up to your approved limit any day, anytime. Already a member? Send us a WhatsApp on 423-4987. New members join today to apply. Request, repay, repeat. Use your FlexiCredit for vacations, shopping, wedding, general expenses, and more. Ariza loan terms and conditions apply. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
The National Lotteries Authority is a proud sponsor of many cultural activities within the Tri-Island state of Grenada.
My name is Anderson Matterson, also known as Leftis, and I'm a calypsonian and string band music player from Carrico. I support the games of the National Lottery Authority because culture benefits tremendously. Annually, the NLA supports the Carrico and Petit Matinee Carnival, the Carrico String Band Music Festival, and all regattas, among other activities. When I play the game of the NLA, I can see where my money goes, and it's an investment into our culture.
Yes, Grenada, when you play the games of the NLA, you enable us to invest in the skills and talents of our people in the areas of sports, culture, and nation building.
At Bailey's Funeral Home, we understand the pain and grief you experience when you suffer the loss of a loved one. For years, we have helped thousands of families get through that difficult time by providing professional funeral services to meet their unique needs. Whether your choice is cremation or burial, call us or come into our new facility on the Carenage and meet with our arrangers in a spacious and comfortable environment. Choose from a wide variety of quality coffins and caskets at prices from as low as $1,900. At Bailey's Funeral Home, we believe that no one should feel overwhelmed or anxious about funeral expenses. So when it's time to plan a funeral, join a burial society, or make pre-arrangements when service and costs matter, call Bailey's Funeral Home at 440-2558 or visit us at baileysfuneralhome.org. Bailey's Funeral Home, still providing the perfect tribute any family can afford.
Let's get back to school with Dutch Lady. Spend $10 or more on Dutch Lady products, scan the QR code, enter your name, address, telephone number, receipt number, and place of purchase at any of our outlets. Or online to enter for a chance to win. Shopping voucher valued at $1,000 for school supply. Free internet for 3 months. Free private tutoring for 3 months. Promotion valid from September to October 2023. Terms and conditions apply. Visit participating outlets and get ready to win big with Dutch Lady. Dutch Lady, building stronger families.
In Introducing the NIS Dream Loan, where possibilities are boundless and your aspirations are our priority. No matter where life takes you, NIS Dream Loans are here to make your dreams a reality. From purchasing your first plot of land or dream property to renovating spaces, building your home, and seamlessly switching mortgages, we cater to every step of your journey. And here's what sets us apart. We offer easy financing options with competitive interest rates, quick approval processes, and flexible repayment terms. So why wait? Apply now and let our dedicated NIS team guide you through this exciting journey. Visit nisgrenada.org/dream loan or call 440-3309 to book an appointment. Terms and conditions apply. Your dream awaits.
Your new GrenLec bill is even easier to read and still has all the valuable information you need to track and manage your usage.
Hey mom, okay, your friendly tech support is here. So you got the new GrenLec bill? Let's take a look. The new bill makes it even easier to see your bill total, the due date, and much more. And take a closer look. It actually is a lot easier to understand. Let me show you. You can still see exactly what the charges are for, but in a great new format, it even shows how the cost of generating and delivering the electricity to you is calculated using your actual usage. And mom, let Lucy know she can check out GrenLec's new Understanding Your Bill video. Anyway, look who says hi, and see you soon.
Your new GrenLec bill, easier to understand and easier to track your usage.
The choice to finance your education is clear. Try the Grenada Development Bank Won't You Dare. Our special student loan was designed with care for your growth, development, and welfare. This is how champions are made. Take on that challenge. Don't ever be afraid. Our special student loan will come to your aid with 100% of your study costs being paid. Vulnerability is but a temporary condition, and conquering it is strictly ambition. You can secure victory despite your position with a loan for accommodation, books, and tuition. We see your potential. We notice your drive. So on your marks, get set. Let your dreams come alive. Don't let hurdles of doubt get in your way, because you are the future. Contact GDB today. Our special student loan is just one application away. Grenada Development Bank. Development through financing.
When you want to know what medicine is best for you,
check Atlantic Health.
When you want to get the most affordable medical supplies,
check Atlantic Health.
When you want medicine delivered to your home,
check Atlantic Health.
That's right. All your answers are as close as Atlantic Health Pharmacy, your community pharmacy. And guess what? We offer 24-hour delivery service with free delivery in St. George's. Just call us. Our physical store is located in Parade, St. Paul's, opposite Anvil Supermarket. Open on weekdays from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. and on weekends from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. We offer a wide range of prescription medicines, herbal supplements, and medical supplies like vitamins, nebulizers, first aid kits, and scrubs. A pharmacist and doctor are always available to answer any questions you may have. Visit us or call 415-5660 and speak with our experienced team today. Atlantic Health Pharmacy, around the corner, ahead of the curve.
Business in 3 comes to you in association with GIDC, empowering the Spice Isle.
Welcome back. In this week's edition of Business in 3, we hear from Jamal Mitchell, a young entrepreneur in the honey-making business. Mitchell is encouraging everyone to take advantage of the opportunities given by the GIDC.
Good evening, viewers, and welcome to this week's edition of MTV's Business in 3. I am your host, Donella Hoston. Today we are speaking with Mr. Jamal Mitchell, and he is the owner of Nature's Immunity. That's a honey that he makes. And he's going to tell us a little bit more about his products and how the GIDC has helped him on his journey.
My name is Jamal Mitchell. My name of my business is called Nature's Immunity. Currently, we are producing natural raw honey. It is a green business, and it is a part of the agro processing in the agriculture field of it. And when I joined the program with GIDC, it was in 2021. It was a program for a sustainable environment. And I believe that me becoming a beekeeper, I could contribute to my environment so that we could have a sustainable environment benefiting to the farmers as well.
So in terms of how the GIDC, I know you said when you joined the GIDC, that was in 2021, but how has the GIDC helped you on this journey in terms of maybe the courses that you did to help you to get to where you are now?
The courses with GIDC were very informative. I recommend any youth and anybody of any age range to follow through with the courses they have to offer. GIDC, right, assisted me with a first push grant. They gave me some beehives, right? I was able to test my business also, and they gave me a business push, which further gave me the opportunity to expand on my farm and be able to get new extractors and bee suit, etc. The business push assisted me in gaining revenue and capital for my business. I was able to develop my business. The additional courses contributed to my business by helping me learn new business management strategies and marketing strategies and data management skills.
Thank you for all of that information. Now, I want you to tell the viewers and listeners where they can get your products and how they can contact you.
How you can be able to purchase my products are by contacting me on my business number 449-3211 or my next business number 404-3211, and you can contact me via email naturesimmunity47@gmail.com.
All right, guys, so we were speaking to Mr. Jamal Mitchell, and we just heard what it is that he does and how the GIDC helped him in his entrepreneurship journey. Thank you again, Jamal, for being here today. This is where we come to the end of this week's edition of MTV's Business in 3, sponsored by the GIDC. I am your host, Donella Hostan.
It's the evening edition of News Monday here on MTV. Regional highlights are next.
Business in 3 came to you in association with GIDC, empowering the SPY side.
Do you have or plan to start a business or project in the agribusiness, tourism, health and wellness, ICT, or energy sectors? You too can qualify for investment incentives such as duty-free concessions, tax credits, and tax waivers and exemption. Just fill in the application form, submit all the relevant documents, and your application can be processed in as little as 7 days. It's that simple. Contact us today to know more about investment incentives.
Welcome back. Let's now join Clifton James for this evening's Regional Roundup.
With the Regional Roundup, I am Clifton James. An American woman has died in an apparent drowning during a snorkeling expedition at Rose Island. The 65-year-old tourist from Danville, Kentucky, United States, was snorkeling at Rose Island on Saturday shortly before 2 p.m. when she became unresponsive. Police said the woman was immediately retrieved from the water and transported to the Montague ramp, where emergency medical technicians were waiting to administer further care. CPR was attempted on the way to the hospital, but the efforts were unsuccessful and the woman was pronounced dead on arrival at hospital. Police also reports that 2 males aged 24 and 17 are in hospital after a shooting incident on Saturday in the Kwaku Street area shortly before 1 p.m. It is reported that both victims were walking along Kwaku Street when 2 masked men in dark clothes approached them. One produced a firearm and opened fire on the pair. The 24-year-old man suffered gunshot injuries to the face, while the 17-year-old was shot in the arm. Both victims are reported to be in stable condition. The St. Kitts Nevis government says the Twin Island Federation is at risk for a dengue outbreak after the country recently experienced an increase in rain associated with the passage of Tropical Storm Felipe. In a statement from the Ministry of Health, it was further noted that an increase in rainfall is often associated with an increase in mosquito vector levels and an increase in the risk of spread of mosquito-related diseases such as dengue, Zika and chikungunya. The Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARPA, has reported an upsurge in laboratory-confirmed cases of dengue in the region, and dengue outbreaks have been reported in 3 CARPA member states. Dengue viral infection is caused by the dengue virus, which is transmitted mainly by female mosquitoes of the species Aedes aegypti, which is prevalent in the Federation. St. Kitts Nevis is at risk for a dengue outbreak, the ministry said. The Ministry of Health said through its Environmental Health Department it will seek to strengthen its mosquito surveillance efforts to reduce the risk of mosquito-related diseases. The ministry said that the Federation had reported 3 laboratory-confirmed cases of dengue during the past week. You're up to date with the Regional Roundup. I am Clifton James.
You're watching the MTV Evening News Monday. Sporting highlights are next.
The National Lotteries Authority is a proud sponsor of many cultural activities within the Tri-Island state of Grenada.
My name is Anderson Matheson, also known as Leftis, and I'm a calypsonian and string band music player from Carrico. I support the games of the National Lottery Authority because culture benefits tremendously. Annually, the NLA supports the Carrico and Petit Matinee Carnival, the Carrico String Band Music Festival, and all regattas, among other activities. When I play the game of the NLA, I can see where my money goes, and it's an investment into our culture.
Yes, Grenada, when you play the games of the NLA, you enable us to invest in the skills and talents of our people in the areas of sports, culture, and nation building.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
What you gonna do when the rain is coming down? Nothing more to do when there's no one else around. Bring it back to the middle, push, take it back to the rhythm. Keep it up for good when the sky's falling down. All you gotta do is to bring it to the ground. Hit it up to your inner move. Stop, start, down. Nobody can get what you're going through.
Climate change is real, bringing hotter days and less rain. Less rain means less water, so it is crucial for all of us to conserve water at home. When washing my fruits and vegetables, I use a bowl of water, and later I reuse it to water my plants. This is how I save water at home. What are you waiting for?
Ladies and gentlemen, the grand opening of the 13th edition of the Waikiki Super Knockout is on. Saturday, 14th October at the National Stadium from 7 p.m. Two big opening games. At 7 p.m, Game 1, Happy Hill Bowlers versus Sub Spartans SC. Game 2, Paradise SC Youth versus Hurricane SC Youth. Then, after the game, we head stateside for the young and upcoming trending Jamaican dancehall artist, Stark Ashley. Alongside dancehall superstar, Idonia.
We have a party tonight, you just watch. Tonight, we feel like spend some cash.
Idonia.
Back on the street, back on the street.
Idonia is coming.
Everybody shout, yeah, 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 yeah.
Also featuring the Octane Band, Young Bert and Tentrax. Admission $50. Main stand, bleachers and secondary stand $40. The 13th edition of the Waikiki Super Knockout is on. Don't miss a game.
Waikiki Super Knockout.
Hi, my name is Dwayne Thompson, co-owner and founder of Sweet Grenada Tours, Taxi and Rental. We provide transportation tours in the field of tourism. Being in the field of tourism, the pandemic have taught us that we need all the help we can get, which the NIF has been very helpful in doing so. But as a small business owner, we are even more excited right now with the new initiative that the NIF have launched, providing a little bit more flexibility for small businesses like ourselves. So we definitely encourage all of the small business to consider getting on board with the NIF and this new initiative that allows the level of flexibility that they have implemented.
What a time it has been indeed for our local netballers, who are returning with victorious smiles from the ECCB International Netball Series. That highlight and more coming up for you in our sporting segment.
The MTV Evening Sports is brought to you in association with Quartz, bringing value home.
Make your move with Quartz Ready Cash and get a payment holiday for the holidays. Plus, with your next Quartz Ready Cash loan, you can enter to win up to $20,000 cash, plus other fabulous prizes in the Ready Cash Mega Money Roadshow. All you need is your ID, proof of address, payslip, job letter, and 2 references. Fund your life your way with Quartz Ready Cash. Get $100 cash when you refer a friend to Quartz Ready Cash. The more friends you refer, the more cash in your hand. Apply now. Visit shopquartz.com. Make your move with a loan from Quartz Ready Cash. We are ready when you are. Conditions apply.
It's the evening edition of news on MTV for Monday, and we have Troy Gill with this evening's sporting highlights.
Grenada placed first again in the 2023 Eastern Caribbean Central Bank International Netball Series. We hear more in this report from WPG 10, powered by Grenada National Lottery Authority.
Grenada played unbeaten while playing member OCS territories, though they lost the exhibition game against invitational team Barbados. For Grenada, it was a satisfying run. Tournament success virtually secured once they defeated the defending champions, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, in a midweek game.
But what we have done is to, as from the onset, is to apply pressure on them, and that worked. And as you see in the end, it was victory for Grenada.
Grenada's last game win Saturday night was near routine. But 2 other exciting games were featured on the final night. Dominica edging out Cayman Islands 55-54, while host Antigua and Barbuda defeated arch-rivals St. Kitts and Nevis 52-49.
Driver St. Kitts and Nevis, how was it?
Oh Lord, it was an awesome win for girls. I see the determination in players to win the game. We had some mistakes here and there, but at the end of the day, girls was determined to win, and I saw that in them, and I'm really pleased.
Antigua wanted it more than us, and they went for it, and that's just the bottom line of it. The girls then played well, but Antigua wanted it, and they played for it, and that's just how the game ended.
Carlin Alexander got the top shooter, Karis Thomas got the best defender, team MVP Jamie John, and they also got the most disciplined team. Team officials are hoping that the encouraging show will help boost the game in Grenada and get wider support.
We're really looking at continuity in terms of netball for Grenada and the core, keeping the core together and working to build a beautiful team.
7-year-old Azaria Simon, a student of St. Mary's Catholic Primary School in St. Andrew, placed third in the female category of the first preliminary race in the 2023 National Cross Country Championship, which commenced on Saturday, 7th October 2023. Young Azaria Simon ran a time of 34 minutes 25 seconds. Placing first in the female category was Annalisa Brown from Boca Secondary School with a time of 32 minutes 43 seconds, and placing second was Siraya Phillip from Boca Secondary School with a time of 33 minutes 38 seconds. Placing first in the male category was Livron Thorne from Ace Track Club with a time of 24 minutes 9 seconds. Placing second was Shaquem Williams from South Rising Stars with a time of 24 minutes 31 seconds. And placing third was Keith Charles from Grenville Secondary School with a time of 25 minutes 0 seconds. The route was SAS Playing Field, Simoon, Pearls Airport, Dunfermline, Paradise, and back to SAS Playing Field. The national under-15 team began their preparation for the Windward Islands under-15 tournament over the past few weeks under the guidance of head coach Clyde Telesford, assistant coaches Troy George and Aaron Thompson, and manager Johnson Richardson. The training squad assembled in Carriacou on Friday evening for two 50-over-per-side trial matches at the Lauriston Mini Stadium this weekend. The matches will be the third and fourth matches the under-15 players are involved in. 2 weekends ago at Lassages, the squad played the first two matches. The matches on the Sister Isles are geared towards providing an opportunity for the 6 players in the squad from Carriacou to play on their home ground in front of their families and supporters. The players from the mainland got an opportunity to play in different conditions to aid in the team's overall preparation. The preparation continues over the next couple of weeks heading into the Windward Islands Under-15 tournament, which is likely to be held in December 2023. And that's it for this evening's sports. I am Troy Gill.
The latest sporting highlights there. And viewers, when we return, we'll have the public forecast information for you and then a recap of the headlines.
The MTV Evening Sports was brought to you in association with Quartz, bringing value home.
MTV Weather Report comes to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
We have the will to overcome. We are strong. Together, we are Grenada.
Good Monday evening, viewers. Back with your nighttime weather forecast. The meteorologist, Wayne Williams. Sunny and hot conditions return to the Eastern Caribbean today. Just a wee bit of low-level clouds over Trinidad, but a little bit of cooling there, not associated with any feature, and a slight, again, some very low patches over some of the central islands, but those are not associated with any major feature. They don't expect them to last very long. In our area, lots of sunshine, a very hot day. We do have some dense haze far in the eastern Atlantic, but the big news, we are monitoring another area far eastern Atlantic. At the moment, it has about a 70% chance of development within the next 48 hours. It is embedded into a tropical wave. That the wave is moving to the west. We expect that system to drift off a bit to the northwest as they continue to move towards the islands. No other features at the moment. More hot conditions through the week. Right now, that small area, as I said, of low-level patches of clouds that brought some cooling and some showers to Trinidad. Not so much luck in our area. We continue to see those dry conditions continuing. The forecast for Monday night, mostly fair. Just about a 10% chance of, if any, of the very brief isolated inland shower. Winds would come from the east between 8 and 18 miles per hour. The minimum temperature is still around 24. The next moonrise is at 2:43 in the morning. The moon is going to set tomorrow afternoon at 3:30. Mostly sunny conditions on Tuesday. Again, easterly winds would continue between 12 and 22 miles per hour. Again, slight chance of any rainfall. Moderate seas with 4 to 5 foot waves in open waters. The sun is going to rise at 5:56. It's going to set at 5:51. Temperature will climb to 32 and feel like 41. The UV index will be very high. Mostly sunny conditions in Port of Spain, more sunshine in Bridgetown with thunderstorms in both Kingston and Miami. But cloudy skies are in store for New York and London. The remainder of the week and into the weekend, look for generally fair to mostly fair skies, a little cloud cover, very hot days. Winds will slacken off a bit into the night. The temperature will climb to around 32 in the day, drop to around 24 in the nights. That is it for me for Monday night, folks. Have yourself a great night. Join me again on Tuesday.
MTV Weather Report was brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
And now to end the news, a reminder of the main stories. A police officer is on administrative leave pending the outcome of investigations into a viral video. New law official is denying claims of same-sex education at that institution. St. Andrew Anglican Primary School receives additional security measures. And in sport, congratulations to our local netballers who have returned victoriously from ECCB's International Netball Series. We've had details to those and other stories look to at the public forecast information. And so now, on behalf of the News and Production Departments, I'm Tony Julian. We all thank you for tuning in and wish you a good night.
At Bailey's Funeral Home, we understand the pain and grief you experience when you suffer the loss of a loved one. For years, we have helped thousands of families get through that difficult time by providing professional funeral services to meet their unique needs. Whether your choice is cremation or burial, call us or come into our new facility on the Carenage and meet with our arrangers in a spacious and comfortable environment. Choose from a wide variety of quality coffins and caskets at prices from as low as $1,900. At Bailey's Funeral Home, we believe that no one should feel overwhelmed or anxious about funeral expenses. So when it's time to plan a funeral, join a burial society, or make pre-arrangements when service and costs matter, call Bailey's Funeral Home at 440-2558 or visit us at baileysfuneralhome.org. Bailey's Funeral Home, still providing the perfect tribute any family can afford.
William Cadu, better known as Kim, of Windsor Forest, St. David, passed away on Wednesday, September 20th, 2023, at the age of 48. Left to mourn are his mother, Louise Cadu, wife, Kimlin Victor Cadu, 5 children, Sean Kim, Shania and Shawnji Cadu, Shonaika Charles and Kimon Brown, 13 siblings including Carol, Pecula, Dexter, Eugene, Brandon, Kerry, Junior and Shondi, 1 grandchild, Zaya Gilmore, 1 foster son, Tashon Lucas, many aunts and uncles including Catherine Cador, Glenna and Sharon Benjamin, many nieces and nephews, many close friends and relatives including Norris Killiston family of St. Andrew, the former staff of Singer Limited, Jane and Clement Thomas, Jamesy and the guys by the shop, the Dragon family of Windsor Forest, the Benjamin family of Grove, the Cadu family of Kumar, and neighbours and loved ones, other friends and relatives of Windsor Forest and surrounding areas, too numerous to mention. The funeral of the late William Cadu, better known as Kim, of Windsor Forest, St. David, will take place on Tuesday, October 10th at 1:30 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Blessed Sacrament Church Grand Arms, and interment will be at the Grand Arms Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Patrick Michael Telesford of Creighton St. George died on Saturday, September 16th, 2023, at the age of 94. Left to mourn are his beloved wife Elvira Telesford, children Lucille Copeland, Donna Jeremiah, Dennis, Frederick and the Honourable Philip Telesford, 1 sister, 28 grandchildren including Celine Samuel Dow, Arino and Jonathan Telesford, Jamie Jeremiah and Camilla Hyacinth Diafuka, 22 great-grandchildren including Neil Bernard, daughters-in-law Bernadette and Melinda Telesford, sons-in-law Joseph Copeland, Michael and Hyacinth Jeremiah, brother-in-law Joseph Elcock, many nieces and nephews in Grenada, the BVI, Trinidad and the USA, including Margaret Richards, Pamela Caesar, Adriana Francis, Stephen and Judy Pivot. Other close family and friends including the Pilgrim families of Springs, the Park, Griffith, Pivot, Braffett and Bowen families of Monjaloo, and the Telesford families of Westerhall, Windsor Forest and Boca, the pastor and members of the People's Church St. Paul's, and neighbours and friends of Creighton, Monjaloo, Richmond Hill and surrounding areas. The funeral service for the late Patrick Michael Telesford of Creighton St. George will take place on Tuesday, October 10th at 2 p.m. with tributes commencing at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the People's Church St. Paul's and entombment will be at the Monjaloo Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Carlisle Francis Paul, also known as Brother Lou of Coast Gap St. David, a former bus driver, passed away on Friday, 22nd September at the age of 72. He was the husband of Ann Paul, also known as Rosalind Span Paul, father of Magdalene and Natalie Hazard, Jesselyn George, also known as Givon, Rodney, and Fiola Frederick, Maudine, Polly and Caliste, Carlin Span Simone, Claude, Connie, Karim, Shari and Carl Span, Jason Lyons, Andy Gilchrist, Nakenji Snappleton, Chris and Crystal Rennie and Kellon, stepfather of Michael Span, grandfather of 39 including Ronika Cornwall, Rishon Peters, Levi, Frederick, Konaya and Kamaya, Kayla Span, Victor Kingston, Trisha Hazard, Rachel Span, and Kelisha Welsh, great-grandfather of 3, brother of Denroy, Alwyn, Christopher, Cheryl, and Cletus Collins, uncle of many including Leslie-Ann, Kalisha, and Tracy Paul, nephew of many including Merelda Paul, Camilo Collins, and Mike Smith, father-in-law of many including Roxanne Frederick, Asia Bowen, and Trisha Williams, brother-in-law of many including Kathleen Collins, Rachel and Shamanda in the USA, close friend of June Redhead and Roger. Many other relatives and friends including the Collins, Paul, John, Span and Thomas families of Coles Gap, members of the Grand Dance Bus Association, friends and neighbors of Coles Gap and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Carlisle Francis Paul, also known as Brother Lou of Colescop St. David, will take place on Tuesday, 10th October at 1 p.m. The funeral service will be held at the Children of the Light Spiritual Baptist Church, Lassager St. David, and the interment will be at the Corinth Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home.
Rupert Ethelbert Link of Lamode and St. George's Estate, St. George, who resided in the USA, passed away on Thursday, September 14, 2023, at the age of 89. He was the father of Irva Cyrus and Ansel Thomas Clovis, grandfather of Jacinta Cyrus Penny, Eunette Horn, Cherise Brown, and Cheryl Jones, great-grandfather of 10, brother of Lucy Cador, Linda Hippolyte, also known as Rosalind, Donna Link Scott, and Mark and Martin Lawrence. Several nieces, nephews, cousins, other relatives and close friends, including the Lawrence, Link, Atz, Johnson, Fraser and Noel families, the Donald, Purcell, Eben, Dolland, Edgehill, Butler, Stewart, Harris, Botas and Nixon families, and friends and neighbors of Lamode and St. George's Estate and surrounding areas. The funeral service for the late Rupert Ethelbert Link of Lamode and St. George's Estate, St. George, who resided in the USA, will take place on Wednesday, October 11th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Beaulieu Roman Catholic Church, and entombment will be at the Beaulieu Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home. Gladys Simon née Campbell, also known as Miss Gladys or Simon, of Cornet's Walk, Grove St. John, passed away on Saturday, September 9th, 2023, at the age of 99. She was the mother of Ramos and Rena Ann in the USA and Fillmore, grandmother of 10, including Carl, also known as Sotty, Nathaniel, Sarah, Jason and Garvin in Canada, Shania and Rhea in the USA, great-grandmother of 2, aunt and grand-aunt of many, caregivers Ina, Judy and Pam. Many cousins, other relatives and close friends including the Campbell, Simon, Alphonse and Mitchell families, Jane Ellen and the Glace family in England, the St. John's Anglican School staff, and friends and neighbors of Grove and surrounding areas. The funeral service for the late Gladys Simon née Campbell, also known as Miss Gladys or Simon, of Cornet's Walk, Grove St. John, will take place on Wednesday, October 11th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the St. John's Anglican Church, and interment will be at the Churchyard Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home. Camillus Nimrod Henry, also known as Big Joe and Folk Dance, of Birch Grove St. Andrew, proprietor of Henry's Brokerage Clearance Services and treasurer of the Birch Grove Development Council, passed away on Monday, 4th September 2023, at the age of 43. He was the father of Nashona Henry, son of Orion and Sherma Henry, grandson of Bernadine Henry, also known as Miss Little, brother of Cadella Henry Victor, Camille Henry Billy, Cordelia and Canida Henry, brother-in-law of Horace Cheddy Victor and Shadrach Billy, nephew of Mona Walden, Cyril Henry, Tony Boris Henry, Hank Shah Matthew, Christine Hutchinson, Marcia Henry, Ivan and Kelly Matthew, and Pastor Leo Prince, grandnephew of Mrs. Bernadette Beckles and teacher Myra Gabriel, uncle of Chelsea and Cheloni Victor, Cameron Henry Charles, and Shadia Billy. Many cousins, other relatives and friends in Grenada, Canada, the USA and the UK, including Christabel Noel, Siobhan McIntyre, Roland Runnick and family, Sherman Thomas, Dixon Frank, Sheldon and Derek Joseph, Warren Powlett and Michelle Bernard, the 1997 graduating class of the Presentation Brothers College, clients of Henry's Brokerage Clearance Services, the management and staff of George F. Huggins, the Mitchell family of Richmond, Marcus and Marcia Gabriel and family, the Henry, Matthew, Charles, Campbell, Beggs and McSween families, friends on the block at St. James, Birchgrove, Monlong and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Camillus Nimrod Henry, also known as Big Joe and Folk Dance, of Birchgrove St. Andrew, will take place on Wednesday, 11th October at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the St. Matthew's Catholic Church, Birchgrove, and interment will be at the St. Rose Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
Roxanne Jason Marshall, also known as Rox, of Otley's Lane, Guelph St. John, passed away on Thursday, 14th September, at the age of 47. He was the son of Grace Marshall and Patrick McQuilkin, also known as BJ in the USA. His adoptive mother, Alison Cox, in the USA. Father of Roxanne Marshall in Canada. Tyrese Marshall, also known as Papsy, and Shakif Alexis, also known as Nono in Grenada. His fiancée, Liana Logie. Brother of Robbie Marshall, Nicole McQuilkin, Danley James, and Keosha Snipes in the USA. Kellon Bernard in Canada, and Patrick McQuilkin, also known as Shannon. Nephew of Estelle, Doani, Lucille, Marshall, Gerald, Uncle G, Thomas, Keith, Randy, Louise, Linessa, Naman, and Angela Williams, Deslin, and Sandra Mackenzie, Dennis, Veli, Harmon, Shauna, and Marian Johnson. Uncle of Jasri Marshall, Amari Thomas, Lenaya McQuilkin, and Kimiko Snipes. Cousin of Heather, Roxanne, and Marsha Marshall. Keith Jr. Marshall, Keston Henry, Kirani James and family, Janelle and Denick Marshall and family, Bernardine Andrew and family, Bernardine Andrews and family, Shirley and Roderick, Kelly Sabazan and family, Ryan Williams and family, Kendall Mackenzie and family, Kalana Williams and family, Deborah Glean and family, and Sandra Sugars Williams and family. Many other close relatives and friends including Gus Chiddick, Roger John B. Ron Simon, Cheston Big John Ferguson, Junior Knight, John L. Smith, Dennis Rasta Duncan, Marlon Glean, Davis Manishman St. Paul, Derek Sylvester, Tyrone Marilyn Fleming, Salisha Redhead, Petra Luzon and family, Jenin Francis and family, the Alexis family of Loreto, Friends on the Block in Gun Battle, and Grand Roy, the Marshall, Williams and Henry families of Guave, the Mitchell and Curfew families of Grand Mall, friends and neighbors of Guave and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Roxanne Jason Marshall of Otley's Lane, Guave St. John, will take place on Wednesday, 11th October at 1:30 p.m. The funeral service will be held at the St. Peter's Catholic Church, Guave St. John, and the interment will be at the Douglaston Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
Jean Agnes Bartholomew of New Hampshire St. George passed away on Wednesday, 13 September 2023 at the age of 71. She was the wife of Victor Charles, mother of Cheryl, Shirlene in the USA, Eric, Luann, Jesha and Rondell, sister of Agneta, Tony, Morris, Brenda and Henry in the USA, Patsy in Trinidad, Charles and Magdamus in Grenada, niece of Daisy Jofield in Tobago, grandmother of Alyssa, Elon, Janae, Zuri and Kaylee, many nieces and nephews including Ingrid and Kenny in the USA, Ron, Candace, Tarianne, Sandra and Marlon, mother-in-law of David and Tanisha, aunt-in-law of Natalie in Grenada, Carlton and Lakeisha in the USA, sister-in-law of Hazel Robinson and Oliver Charles in Grenada, Sharon Marshall in the USA, Anne Vincent and Errol Charles in Canada. Other relatives and friends including Yvonne Redhead and family in the USA, Gloria Checkley and family, Joan Patrick, Edward Radix, the Samuel family, the Superville, Charles and Frank families of New Hampshire, the Greenwich family of Snug Corner, the Bartholomew families of Beaulieu, Lamode and River Road, Ivy Medford and the Hines family of Montmoritz, brother, Pearl Noel, Phyllis Lacrette, and friends and neighbors of New Hampshire and surrounding areas, too numerous to mention. The funeral of the late Jean Agnes Bartholomew of New Hampshire St. George will take place on Thursday, October 12th at 12 noon. Funeral service will be held at the St. George's Anglican Church and entombment will be at the Wilberforce Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Teresa Entwine, also known as Cooley, of Central Guava State St. John, passed away on Wednesday, 23rd August 2023 at the age of 59. She was the daughter of Cynthia Antwine, stepdaughter of Alfred Filbert, wife of Rawlings Edwards, mother of Akeda Antwine and Mondell Antwine Edwards, grandmother of Zephaniah Antwine, sister of Gracelyn Francis, Leslie and Stanford Antwine and Ken Belfon in the USA, Michelle Joseph, Cynthia Julian and Ronald Smith in Canada, Everest Roderick in Trinidad, Judith Antwine and Marcia Williams in Grenada. Aunt of many including Carlson, Tracy, Kevin and Crystal Francis, Lisa Antwine, Abigail Joseph, Alicia and Ashley Williams. Sister-in-law of Judith, Roll, Laurie and Paul Edwards, and Andy Jeffrey. Many cousins, other relatives and close friends, including Luan Jordan and family, the Augustine family of Central, Indra Hall and family of Woodlands, the Lee family of Douglaston, Gillian Romaine and family, Jean Charles, Pauline Dawkins and the Ferguson family in Canada, Teresa Joseph and family of Pearls, Lester Peters and family, Homestead Guesthouse, Paul Benjamin and family, Paul's Catering, the management and staff of Father Dowd in Canada, and friends and neighbours of Central, Mungo Road, Guava Estate and surrounding areas. The funeral service for the late Teresa Antwine, also known as Cooley, of Central Guava Estate St. John, will take place on Thursday, October 12th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the St. Peter's Roman Catholic Church, Guava, St. John, and interment will be at the Douglaston Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Daniel Jaffe John, also known as product of Prospect Hall, Carriacou, a well-known herbalist, passed away on Friday, 29th September 2023, at the age of 53. He was the son of Leonora Jaffe, father of Priscilla and Crystal John, brother of David, Rupert, Septimus, Toby, Golston and Michael Jaffe, Denise Gabriel, Anne-Marie John, Sherma Henry, Angela Kabagu, Valerie Scott, and Louise Jacob, nephew of Letitia McIntosh, George Charles, and Jean Nelson, uncle of many. Other relatives and friends including the Charles and Lawrence families, Pastor Junior McNeil, Caslin Quashi, Hazel Jaffe, Cynthia Francis, and Chris Mola. The funeral of the late Daniel Jaffe John, also known as product of Prospect Hall, Carriacou, will take place on Thursday, October 12th at 10 a.m. Funeral service will be held at the graveside of the Brunswick Cemetery according to evangelical rites. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment as you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest. Visit or call Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Agnes Cynthia Hippolyte, also known as Auntie Cinty of Bellevue St. David, passed away on Friday, 29th September at the age of 86. She was the mother of Sydney, Francis, Meredith, also known as Patsy, Lystra, Thomas, and Roslyn. Grandmother of 17 including Malon, Anika, Darcil, Gerald Jr., Adana, Kishton, Omar, Lestrade, Rashida, Tevin, Cindian, and Jason. Great-grandmother of 12. Mother-in-law of Gerald Harris, Peston Noel, Anthony James, Anne and Asha Hippolyte. Aunt of many including Lorna, Mark, Sherman, Charmaine, Betty, David, Andre, Larry, Chris, and Aubrey. Her caregiver, Annette Fleming. Many other relatives and friends including Pastor and members of Corinth, Malmount and Crowshoe Seventh-day Adventist Church, Ebenezer Seventh-day Adventist Church in New York, the Hippolyte families in St. David, St. Patrick and Grand Mall, the Etienne family of Apertute, the Edwards family of De Blando, Harris family of Mount Morris, Noel family of Mount Alexander, Lloyd Gillard and family in Trinidad, Robbie George and family, Cindy Francis, friends and neighbors of Bellevue, Apertute and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Agnes Cynthia Hippolyte, also known as Auntie Cynthia of Bellevue St. David, will take place on Thursday, 12th October at 1 p.m. The funeral service will be held at the Corinth Seventh-day Adventist Church, St. David, and the interment will be at the St. David Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lockwood Brothers Funeral Home.
John St. Bernard, also known as Gordon Coutain and Blaze, of Woodlands, who resided at Grand Anse Valley, St. George, died on Monday, 25th September 2023, at the age of 88. Left to mourn are his children Dolores in Canada, Shawin and Crispin in Grenada, common-law wife Rose Alexander, brother Bernard Coutain, 10 grandchildren, many nieces, nephews and cousins too numerous to mention, friends Richard and family, Rosa and family, Stanley and family, Marilyn and family, the Thomas and Bascom family of Grand Anse Valley, and other relatives and family including Dominic Moore and family, the Coutain family of Belmont, the Limes, Woodlands, Woburn, Caliste and Marion, the Pascal family of Woburn, the Augustine family and the Peters family, and friends and neighbors of Grand Anse Valley and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late John St. Bernard, also known as Gordon Coutain and Blaze of Woodlands, who resided at Grand Anse Valley, St. George, will take place on Thursday, October 12th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Woodlands Berean Church and interment will be at the Grand Anse Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Dennis Albert Dragon, also known as Cock, of La Femme St. David, who resided at Confer Calavini, St. George, passed away on Saturday, 16 September 2023, at the age of 74. He was the father of Indra in the USA, Raymond and Kim in Canada, Anika and Keon in Grenada, grandfather of 13 including Jeremy and Opemi in the USA, Anaya, Amaya and Ariana, brother of Julian, Adrian, Derek, Brenda and Celia, father-in-law of 3 including Dr. Adeni, many nieces and nephews, many other relatives and friends including the Joseph family of Latante, the Mitchell family of Mount Airy, the Cador family of St. Paul's, Margaret of Laborie, and friends and neighbors of La Femme, St. Paul's, Confer and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Dennis Albert Dragon, also known as Cock, of La Femme St. David, who resided at Confer Calavini, St. George, will take place on Friday, October 13th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Garden of Remembrance Funeral Chapel, Cemetery Hill, St. George's, and interment will be at the Wilberforce Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
Elsia Imelda Ferguson, MBE, also known as Teacher Elsa and Elsie of Guave St. John, who resided at Woburn St. George, died on Thursday, 14th September, in Tobago at the age of 75, left to mourn her son, Cale Ferguson in Tobago, brothers Aldwin in Grenada, Theodore and Eustace in Trinidad, sisters Floris Bowen in Grenada, grandchildren Emilia, Ethan and Michael in Tobago, daughter-in-law Mia Ferguson in Tobago, sisters-in-law Lillian in Grenada, Gloria and Joanne in Trinidad, nieces Jadine in Grenada, Janelle in the UK, Nayola, Arlene and Rennie all in the USA, nephews Jay in Grenada, Zeno, Jason, Neron and Davin in the USA, caregivers Agnes Mitchell and Carville St. Louis, relatives the Ferguson family of Guave, Grace and Barreto families of Guave, Eleanor Datton, Orva Marshall and the Brookmeyer family of St. Andrew, Marilyn and the Maxwin family of Birchgrove, Trinidad and the USA, and the small family of Guave. Friends Mavis Danny, Dr. John Wright, and Lady Norma Glean, all in Guave. Lynette Edwards and other schoolmates of St. Joseph's Convent, Sisters of St. Joseph's Cluny, and Sisters of Sorrowful Mother, Pauline Findley, Arlene Lacrette and others associates of TAMCC, Teacher Education and Staff Affairs Department, Wendy Tamer Ashby, Lauren Ramdani, Ronnie Marisho and other members of Spice Island Youth Quake, members of Quake USA, Caris Deegans, Dr. Antonia Smythe, and members of the League of St. Michael, Father Oliver Levy and Kiltigan Fathers, O'Kane, Levy, McCarthy families in Ireland, Bishop Clyde Harvey and the entire clergy of the Diocese of St. George in Grenada, especially priests and parishioners of St. Michael RC Church and the St. Peter's RC Church, and many more. The funeral of the late Elsia Imelda Ferguson, MBE, also known as Teacher Elsa, and LC of Guave St. John, who resided at Woburn St. George, will take place on Friday, 13th October at 1 p.m. The funeral service will be held at the St. Peter's Roman Catholic Church, Guave St. John, and the interment will be at the Douglaston Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
William Alexander, also known as Tessa, of Chantimel St. Patrick, passed away on Thursday, 14th September 2023. At the age of 66, he was the father of Karen and Kevin Liverpool, grandfather of Stefan, Nika, Javon, Keziah, Kevon, Tyrese, Kieron and Aika Liverpool in Trinidad, brother of Jacqueline, Gilbert, Gregory and Carolyn in the USA, Dexter and Richard in Grenada, and Crystal in Trinidad. Uncle of many in the USA and Grenada, including Michelle, Twain, Chad, Natasha, Kevin, Makeda, Chevon, Kieran, Zeron, and Rachel. Father-in-law of Mary Liverpool. Brother-in-law of Godwin Thomas. Nephew of Bernice, Lavinia, Vicklin, Adeline, Anthony, Jester, and Ashley. Many other relatives and friends, including Lorene, Faith, Jenny, Gemma and family, Mrs. Gladys, Anaza, Pat, the Philip and Alexander families of Chantimel, the Modeste family of Mount Airy, the staff of the American Embassy, Baston, Michael, Teresa and family, May and Bonaparte, and friends and neighbors of Chantimel and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late William Alexander, also known as Tessa of Chantimel St. Patrick, will take place on Wednesday, October 18th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the St. Patrick Catholic Church, Sauters, and interment will be at the Marley Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Vernis Thomas, also known as Brubru of Paraclete St. Andrew, died on Sunday, October 8th, 2023, at the age of 61. The funeral arrangements for the late Vernis Thomas, also known as Brubru, of Paraclete St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Shirley Gertrude Pope, née Narine of Redmond, who resided at Union St. Mark, died on Tuesday, October 3rd, 2023, at the age of 80. The funeral arrangements for the late Shirley Gertrude Pope, née Narine, of Redmond, who resided at Union St. Mark, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Celia Peters of Guave St. John passed away on Wednesday, 4th October, at the age of 72. The funeral arrangements of the late Celia Peters of Guave St. John will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Anastasia Patty Bethel Morin, also known as Pato of Petit Martinique, who resided at Corinth St. David, a well-known tourist vendor, passed away on Sunday, 1st October, at the age of 72. The funeral arrangements of the late Anastasia Patty Bethel Morin, also known as Pato of Petit Martinique, who resided at Corinth St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Monroe Charles of Sab St. Andrew, who resided at Nunperel St. Mark, passed away on Saturday, 30th September 2023, at the age of 59. The funeral arrangements for the late Monroe Charles of Sab St. Andrew, who resided at Nonpareil St. Mark, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Eileen Alexis of Archibald Avenue, St. George, died on Sunday, October 1st, 2023, at the age of 102. The funeral arrangements for the late Eileen Alexis of Archibald Avenue, St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Anthony Mahorn, also known as Curry, of Corinth St. David, died on Saturday, September 30th, 2023, at the age of 57. The funeral arrangements for the late Anthony Mahorn, also known as Curry, of Corinth St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Archbishop Veronica Hines, also known as Mother Hines and Vero, of Spring St. George, passed away on Wednesday, 27th September 2023, at the age of 87. The funeral arrangements for the late Archbishop Veronica Hines, also known as Mother Hines and Vero, of Spring St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Ina Hilda Lewis, also known as Liz, of Victoria St. Mark, who resided at Crowshoe St. Andrew, passed away on Monday, 18th September 2023, at the age of 93. The funeral arrangements for the late Ina Hilda Lewis, also known as Liz, of Victoria St. Mark, who resided at Crowshoe St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Mary Virginia Francois, also known as Olive Alexander and I.E., of Mount Craven St. Patrick, passed away on Tuesday, September 5th, 2023, at the age of 90. The funeral arrangements for the late Mary Virginia Francois, also known as Olive Alexander and I.E., of Mount Craven St. Patrick, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Veronica Frank, also known as Tarn Vero, of Victoria St. Mark, who resided at Vendham St. George and in Canada, passed away on Monday, 25th September 2023, at the age of 88. The funeral arrangements for the late Veronica Frank, also known as Tarn Vero, of Victoria St. Mark, who resided at Vendham St. George and in Canada, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Alithia Myrtle Jean Thompson, also known as Auntie Jean, of Rosehill St. Patrick, passed away on Saturday, 23rd September 2023, at the age of 93. The funeral arrangements for the late Alithia Myrtle Jean Thompson, also known as Auntie Jean, of Rosehill St. Patrick, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Gemma Antoine Wilson, of Guave St. John, who resided at Bonaire St. Mark, a distinguished and much-loved mathematics and Bible knowledge teacher and former deputy head teacher of the St. Mark's Secondary School, passed away on Monday, 28th August 2023, at the age of 67. The funeral arrangements for the late Gemma Antoine Wilson, of Guave St. John, who resided at Bonaire St. Mark, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Reverend George Milton Guy, also known as Gapman, of Lauriston Carriacou, passed away on Tuesday, September 12th, 2023, at the age of 68. The funeral arrangements for the late Reverend George Milton Guy, also known as Gapman, of Lauriston Carriacou, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. In loving memory of Fitzroy Bernard Boatswain of Happy Hill, who resided at Beausejour St. George, and passed away on Thursday, 29th September 2022, and was entombed on Tuesday, November 8th, 2022. God knew that you were suffering. He knew you were in pain. He saw the road was getting rough, and the hills were hard to climb. So he closed your eyes and whispered, "Peace be thine." It broke our hearts to lose you, but you did not go alone. A part of us went with you the day God took you home. Remembering you is your mother, Elmina, brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews, other relatives and friends. May your soul rest in peace. Funeral arrangements were entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
The management and staff of MTV extend deepest condolences to those of you whose loved ones have passed on. Thank you for watching.
I want to send my sympathy to those who have lost their loved one. Trust God by now His mercy and His grace is with you. Just want to encourage you in the Word of God. You know, many of us have been taught that death is one thing that many lives, or all of us, would have to walk through. What I would say to you here today is not really the truth. But what I want to also share with you, in your time of grievance, there is hope. We who are alive can have comfort, and those who die in Christ also will have comfort. So we should not be weeping as, there is no hope for those who die in Christ. He said here, "For if we believe that Jesus died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in Jesus will God bring with him. For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep." And he speaks about death here, the purpose and the work of the Lord Jesus Christ on the cross, that none of us have permanent death. Yes, the Bible tells us that death is like a sting. It's hot, it pains. As I would say to anybody, sometimes you left home, or some loved one left home, and the expectation is that they should be back home healthy and strong, or when you return back home, they should be healthy and strong. It is hard for the flesh to receive the sad news, and sometimes it pains so hard because of where your relationship had lies with that person. It is hard to see the departure of that person. What I want to share with you here, that there is hope, especially those who die in Christ. You, even who are alive, there is hope over that person who died. Once you console yourself in the Lord Jesus Christ, whatsoever or howsoever death have taken that one apart, God can bring that comfort into you. He can bring that hope into you. He can bring that peace. He can bring that joy unto you. Here in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, what Paul is saying here, we are not die spiritually. We only die physically. But he said that there comes a day that we all would rise. Because Christ died upon the cross and rise 3 days so that we ourselves through him, when the time comes, we also would rise. So that hope that Paul have given us through 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, from verse 14 downwards, goes for each and every one of us here today. I want to console you. Yes, it may be tough now. Yes, it may be hard to embrace. But let me make you know today. Let God be your hope. That man would be consoling you, but God is the one who will be taking you through.